Hey, Greater Atlanta. This is Brittany Ovbey. I'm with Remax Paramount Properties in Alpharetta, Georgia. And I'm actually going to give you our 2016 summer real estate report. But before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about where I'm filming this from. I am actually up in the North Georgia mountains. For those of you who do not live in Georgia, one of the great things about moving here, or if you're considering moving here, is that we have the Blue Ridge Mountains literally just, if you're in Atlanta, it's a short hour-and-a-half distance away from the city. But for most of our suburbs in the north, we're just a short hour distance away. And I'm standing here in Ellijay, Georgia. This is the apple capital of the South, and you can come up here during the fall, go to the Apple Festival. But really it's a place you can enjoy all seasons, starting from the winter through the spring, summer, and fall. But really what I want to show you where I'm at as far as being in Ellijay, I'm at a very, very special place, special to my heart. It's a home called A River Runs Through It. It's a house, actually a lodge, built over a rushing creek. The water's a little low right now just because we're in a little bit of a drought. But there's always water flowing underneath the house. So it's an extremely unique, I would call it a Frank Lloyd Wright inspired type home. It's about 4,000 square feet and it sits on almost 8 acres. If you pan to the front, you can see that the creek it follows the driveway and spans the whole length of the property. And there's a water wheel over here that is a water wheel that powered sawmills down in South Georgia over 100 years ago. And the home has a lot of historic features to it, and this is what I love about it, and I'll take you inside in just a minute. But it was built in, it's a custom-built home, started in the 1950s, built by someone who was from Gilmer County. It was his retirement home, and he was an engineer for the railroad, so hence you can see with the house, actually, he built bridges for the railroad. So you can see with the house, he had a vision to build a bridge over this creek. It's grandfathered in, and you could not build a house like this today over water this close. It never would flood, no worries about that, but the water typically at its full peak is about 35 feet wide, and it is rushing. If you ever have a rain, or if, when the snow comes and the snow starts to melt, it is spectacular. But let me take you inside, and I want to show you some of the renovations that have been done. It's a really neat place. You can rent this home for vacations, and again, it's called A River Runs Through It. So let's go on inside and take a peek. Okay, so we are actually standing inside A River Runs Through It, and this is a 6-bedroom, 3-bath home. And like I said outside, it is a vacation rental. You can rent it. You can find it online at ariverrunsthroughit.net. I'm just going to walk you through the house, just through a few parts of the house, not the entire home. The main level has the kitchen, 2 living areas, a dining room, 2 bedrooms, and a bunk bedroom with 2 full baths. So let's kind of just walk through, just pan the room. This is one of the living rooms, the dining room, and the kitchen. And then we're going to walk into the room that's over the creek. We call this the creek room. We have a pool table and couches. On the back side of the room over here, towards the TV, is a covered porch that has a hot tub and a lot of seating area just to hang out and enjoy the creek and the view and the sound of the creek. And over here, I'm just going to open this door, and I want you to see what it looks like from the front view and hear the sound of the creek running underneath the house, because it's really neat. So when we actually have a lot of rain and melted snow, this creek is so loud that you can hear it from the inside. But like I said before, we are in a little bit of a drought, so this is about as low as you're going to see it. But it's a great place. You can bring your friends. You can have a girls' weekend, a family reunion. A really neat place to just hang out and enjoy and relax. Okay, so let me tell you what's happening in our Atlanta market. This is Greater Atlanta that I'm referencing. It includes within the city as far as the city limits, and also I'm including the northern suburbs of Atlanta, because these are the areas that we service. We are right at about 54 days on the market for our average time to sell a house, and homes are selling right at about 97% of list price. And what this means is we're actually in a very strong seller's market because inventory is very low right now. If you're a seller and you're on the market still after being listed for 54 days or more, you probably need to reevaluate your price, probably need to do some changes to your marketing, a combination of both, in order to get your home sold. And if you're a buyer, what this means is that it's a very competitive market. It's nothing to be worried about. In order to be on top of things, you need to have a pre-approval letter done. But honestly, I'd say go a little step further and do something that most buyers don't do. Get your loan approved. Don't just get a pre-approval letter, because if you're making an offer and you have multiple buyers trying to buy the same house you want, you are going to have a much stronger offer if you come in with a full loan approval versus just a pre-approval. And just that one little bit of extra effort could possibly help you beat out all the other buyers. So we do help both buyers and sellers in this greater Atlanta area. The best way to reach us is on our cell phone at 770-778-6182. Or you can find us online at greateratlantarealty.com. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.